Welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to peel back the layers of a frustrating, honestly deeply uncomfortable symptom, waking up completely drenched in sweat. And we're going to uncover the hidden operating system that's actually governing your sleep, your hormones, and ultimately your longevity. We aren't just looking at isolated facts today. We are treating every single symptom as a vital clue in a really fascinating biological detective story. So let's just dive right into this mystery. For a lot of people, the immediate reaction to night sweats is to blame a heavy blanket or maybe a warm room. But treating this as just a laundry issue, that ignores a profound and sometimes urgent signal your body is trying to send you. What if that sweat isn't a mistake at all, but an intelligent biological alarm? Section 1. The hidden sleep alarm. The absolutely crucial first step here is distinguishing between just having a warm bedroom and true nocturnal hyperhidrosis. We aren't talking about waking up a little bit damp. We're looking at repeated, extreme, drenching perspiration that literally saturates your sheets. This isn't just a passive physical reaction. It's a systemic alarm bell firing off, pointing directly to a hidden autonomic, endocrine, or even infectious trigger. Section 2. The brain's master thermostat. To actually decode this alarm, we need to journey deep into a tiny but incredibly powerful structure in your brain. Under normal conditions, your hypothalamus acts as a master thermostat. It maintains your core temperature within a tightly regulated window called the thermoneutral zone. It actually orchestrates a slight temperature drop just to let you slip into deep, restorative sleep. It's an amazing system. But what happens when that thermostat just breaks? When the threshold of that thermoneutral zone narrows, your brain suddenly misinterprets completely normal core temperatures as boiling. To save you from this perceived overheating, it triggers a massive sympathetic response, a full-on active heat dissipation protocol. It violently dilates your blood vessels and activates your sweat glands to cool you down fast. Section 3. Unlocking the chemical cascade. So why exactly does that thermostat break in the first place? Well, it usually comes down to a hidden chemical cascade. During the transition into menopause, a sharp drop in estrogen destabilizes something called CAN-D neurons in the brain. Without estrogen's inhibitory control, a neuropeptide called neurocannon B just runs unchecked. This completely destabilizes the pathway, tricking the brain into narrowing that thermoneutral zone we talked about and triggering those intense night sweats. Now, I want you to pay attention to this specific number, 300 nanograms per deciliter. This is the clinical threshold for testosterone in men. When men age and their levels dip below this, a state known as andropause, they experience the exact same vasomotor instability. Because testosterone is converted in the brain to help stabilize the hypothalamus, severe drops cause the male brain to panic, perceiving the body as overheated and triggering identical, drenching sweats. But hormones aren't the only trigger here. What if your blood sugar drops dangerously low at night? Your brain actually experiences acute neuroglycopenia, which is literally brain starvation. To protect your neurological function, your body goes into full survival mode. It dumps epinephrine, cortisol, and glucagon straight into your blood. This intense chemical storm stimulates the sweat glands, resulting in cold, clammy night sweats, often accompanied by a racing heart and really vivid nightmares. Section 4. The sympathetic nervous storm. This brings us to a really critical mechanism. If you suffer from obstructive sleep apnea, your body doesn't just quietly pause its breathing. No, it wages a physiological war. As the airway collapses and oxygen plummets, the brain panics and triggers microarousals just to restart breathing. This releases a massive surge of stress hormones, cortisol, and catecholamines. This sympathetic storm spikes your blood pressure, your heart rate, and your core temperature. The physical exertion of struggling to breathe, combined with this massive stress surge, leaves you drenched in sweat. Just look at the stark contrast between these two states. Normal sleep allows for deep biological recovery. Apnea-induced sleep, however, creates what's called negative intrathoracic pressure. It acts kind of like a vacuum inside your chest. And in a fascinating twist, this vacuum doesn't just stress the heart. It can actually pull stomach acid up into the esophagus, linking sleep apnea directly to nocturnal heartburn, all while overheating the body through the sheer physical exertion of struggling for air. Section 5. Engineering your sleep microclimate. Sleep experts consistently highlight this highly precise temperature window, right between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, as the absolute foundational requirement for optimal sleep hygiene. It beautifully supports the hypothalamus in maintaining that delicate thermoneutral zone we explored earlier.
So, to actually achieve that perfect microclimate, we have two main avenues to explore: passive swaps and active technology. While passive swaps like moisture wicking tencel, breathable bamboo, or open weave French linen are fantastic first steps to prevent moisture buildup, active systems actually change the thermodynamic environment around your body. They completely alter the layer of air and fabric immediately surrounding your skin.
When we're engineering this microclimate, we have a few distinct options. Natural fibers like cotton and linen rely entirely on passive breathability, but active systems, they take it a massive step further. Forced air systems use convective heat transfer, literally blowing room temperature air directly under the sheets to evaporate sweat. Meanwhile, water circulating systems use conductive heat transfer, pulling heat directly away from the sleep surface itself.
Okay, so the absolutely crucial point to grasp here regarding your microclimate is understanding what we call your thermal stack. A dense memory foam mattress, or maybe a synthetic heavy duvet, acts as a powerful insulator. It traps your metabolic heat. Throwing an expensive, breathable cooling sheet over a heat-trapping memory foam mattress is basically like turning on your AC while leaving all your windows wide open. You have to evaluate the entire stack.
Section 6. Decoding your biological potential.
Once we've finally decoded these symptoms, we can start applying targeted therapies that actually fix the underlying system. If it's a hormone issue, hormone replacement therapy restores estrogen to stabilize those KND neurons. If hormones aren't an option, there are new medications like fezolineant that specifically block that neurokinin B pathway. And if the root cause is airway collapse, well, CPAP therapy restores breathing and immediately silences that dangerous sympathetic storm. Just take a second to realize the impact of getting this right. 85%. That is the massive percentage by which targeted therapies can reduce these vasomotor symptoms. When you fix the underlying biological signal, you aren't just stopping a night sweat. You are completely rewiring your sleep architecture, your emotional resilience, and frankly, your overall quality of life. All right, so here is your action plan, your longevity blueprint, if you will. First, always exclude serious pathologies with your physician. Second, actively screen for sleep apnea. Do not ignore heavy snoring or daytime fatigue. Third, test and balance your hormone levels, whether you're navigating menopause or monitoring testosterone. And finally, engineer your microclimate. Audit your thermal stack for breathable fabrics, and for severe cases, deploy active convective or conductive cooling systems. By doing this, you are quite literally taking control of your biological trajectory. I'm going to leave you with this thought to reflect on today. Treat your biology as an operating system. Night sweats aren't just some annoying laundry issue. They are an incredibly intelligent signal from a highly sophisticated machine. So it makes you wonder, what other invisible signals is your body sending you right now, just waiting to be decoded? Thanks for exploring this amazing biological mystery with me.